House. Today I am here to show you what I am doing for One Book July. Yay, it's that time of year again. Love this time of year. I'm gonna get comfy. So, I'm sitting outside. The birds aren't too loud right now. I enjoy them, but I know they can kind of be distracting. But it's really loud in the house, so. And I know at one point I've got a boy leaving for work, so at some point somebody's gonna walk here and interrupt, I guarantee it. Okay, One Book July. First of all, if you've never heard of One Book July, or if you have any confusion about kind of what it is or how it works, or you know, anything like that, I'm gonna put a link down below to Romany's video talking about the rules. Because I think it can be kind of confusing because it's called One Book July. There are no rules, there are guidelines. You know, Romany and Vicky and I did it the first couple of years. You know, it was, sorry, there's bugs. It was one book, one pen for 1 month. And, oh, truck. So, as we've done this for the last several years, you know, we've kind of added a version 2, a version 3, kind of additional challenges for people who are already in one book all year but still wanted to be able to kind of participate in a challenge. It's a nice time. Sarah Jean Willowmonk put it perfectly. It's a month to experiment. So you guys are gonna see, like, for all my hardcore planning, like planning, the guts of the planning, I am in one book. I always have all of my planning in one book, except for financial stuff for the house. Like all my finance pages for the year live in a Filofax or a Vanderspec on my desk. I don't carry them around with me, those stay home. So that planning, if you consider your finances, oh my gosh, the bugs. If you consider your financial stuff planning, that I don't carry with me. My day-to-day, you know, my monthly, my weekly, my dailies, you know, project stuff that I have going on during the week, that kind of stuff, that all is in one book, all the time for me. That will stay the same this month. My one book that I carry everywhere is, right now, the last couple months has been an A6 size, so I'm going to be using the A6. This is a Chic Sparrow Pemberley Angel. I may change my cover. I don't know, I just kind of, I'll stay the same size. All the guts will stay exactly the same. I may just switch. I have a Mr. Darcy Toffee in this size that I am absolutely in love with as well, so every once in a while I get itching for different leather. The guts will remain the same regardless. And as for what I have going on in there, I will give you a quick flip. I'm going to do this a little more in-depth during my week 1 video. But inside here I have my forward planning, a folder, my monthly, weekly, daily, notes for projects, mostly like video type of notes, shorter notes, or kind of on the fly, you know, type of notes where this is all I have with me. Stuff like that either goes on my daily page or in this little insert, and then like pre-prepped, you know, journal pages. So that is what I have going on in here. I will show you guys this more in depth in my week 1 video, okay? Now version 2 that we added, I can't remember if it was I think it was last year we added version 2, was the project version. So that was pick a project and try to knock it out in the month of July. The nice thing about doing that during this kind of challenge is, luckily a lot of people are doing the challenge and a lot of people are doing that project portion. So you have a lot of support, a lot of backup, a lot of ideas. So if you're struggling, you know, somebody out there, if you put a blog post up or a video or a post on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, and say, here's my project and oh man, I'm struggling with this part of it. Somebody might chime in and go, well, have you tried this, or what about that? So that's the nice thing about doing kind of a big project in July. I'm kind of combining the project version 2 and the version 3 Go Big or Go Home. I'm kind of putting those together because, as contrary as it may seem, yes, we called it One Book July because initially it was get it all in one book. What I have learned over the last month is me having all of my stuff in one book is going to drive me insane right now. So I have 2 really big long-term projects going on that I transferred everything into here, everything for those 2 projects. I didn't like carrying it with me. It was so bulky, it became heavy. Being in the smaller format, it wasn't conducive to me getting a lot done in those projects. So this is why this video is going up later today than I had originally intended, because see, I recorded this video about what I'm going to do for One Book July 3 days ago, I think, and then yesterday I changed it. And I've seen some of you post on Instagram like, hey, who changes their idea for One Book July the day before? Yeah, this girl. I totally did. Ah, naps. So yes, this is my guts my core of my planning is in here, okay? So this isn't gonna change. I did thin it out actually as part of my One Book July. I thinned this out. I've taken out 2 inserts. So we'll take a closer look at that. But this happened. I know! That's the thing, is we call it One Book July because that's what it was originally called, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in one book. My hardcore planning, like I said, in one book. This is the brains of everything. This is the guts of everything. If this is messed up, my whole family better hope for somebody to come rescue us, because everything will get messed up if this is messed up. These 2 are going to be one for each of the big projects. Can you guys see that mosquito flying in front of my face? So this one is for a big project that is due this fall. I am moving everything into here, and I went to scramble to get it, start moving it so I could show it to you guys today, and I thought, wait a second, I'm gonna show you from the get-go, I will show you from the start. So if there's stuff in there I can't show you, I will cover it up with Post-its as the month of July goes on, but I thought, let's start from scratch. Let's all kind of walk through this from scratch. So this is going to be the big project that is due this fall. Every single thing. So the way this will work is, if I have an idea that I need to add to that big project, because I won't be carrying these with me everywhere. Unless I know I'm going to be sitting in the car or sitting around waiting for somebody for an extended period of time, these will stay home, okay? This goes everywhere with me. So if I have an idea, I can slap it on a Post-it note in here, write it on my daily page in here, I can transfer it to this when I get home, okay? If I know I'm going to be sitting, like I said, I'll bring them with me. So this is to house the one big project that is due this fall, okay? This is just for writing, just straight up, whether it's morning pages or ideas, things I want to, explore, things I think about, journaling, commonplace, yada yada yada. That's what this one is for. Now, I do have a journaling insert in here, okay? I generally use that for, because it's an A6 size, it's not massive, that's more like memory keeping type of stuff, like movie ticket stubs, and my insert before this that I filled up, my name tag from Clayton's orientation when he went away to university. Just little memory type of stuff like that. I tend to keep that in here. If I have journaling I want to do kind of on the go, it'll go in here. So I left that small journal insert in there. I have never really, I always feel like I'll be better writing by hand in a bigger size. These are both Moleskine. They're 5 by 8 1/4. I'm so nearly, like half letter. I always feel like I'm going to be better writing in this size. I feel like I'll be comfortable writing in this size, and I think I always let the size of the page get to me, especially when I have it fully open, so I'm looking at a full spread. I think I let that size get to me. So for ages, years, I've been journaling in field note size, which is great. I immediately took to it. It was a smaller page size. It didn't take as much to fill up a page and feel like I was happy with the way it looked and what I got out of my brain onto the page. But as I've been doing that more and more, I kind of want to challenge myself to get up into a bigger size again. It ends up being one less insert in my, everyday carry. So that's kind of part of my go big or go home, is these are my 2 big projects. I would love to be able to write, and the sun is right in my eyes. I would love to make sure that I write in here every day. Something, whether it's a commonplace thing or a journal entry or just some crazy off the wall idea. I am going to try, that is my challenge to myself, is that I write in here every day in July. Okay? This one is going to house that big project. It's kind of 2 projects lumped into one. But I'm speaking at a conference in the fall, and I have a big talk to put together, a big interactive talk to put together, which I've been working away at for quite a little while now, but it's kind of all getting to the point where having it in here and digitally isn't cutting it for me. I need it all in one big, huge book where I know I can spread out. I'm not going to fill it up. I'm not going to, if I fill this up planning for that, I'll be impressed with myself. And I'm sure I'll have to cut a lot out. So that's what this is for, is for speaking at a conference this fall. I have a lot to get done yet. I've gotten a lot done, but I still have a ways to go. So that's what that's for. So I will be showing you these as the month goes along. So, if you guys have ideas, if you see me setting stuff up for this project in here and they're like, oh, Carrie, there's a much easier way to do that, let me know. I'm all about that. I'll take any help I can get. This one, I don't know, I said at the beginning maybe we would take a look at this later, but maybe I'll show you now. It's all set up and ready to go. The only thing I know that I'm gonna give you the wrong name on is my first insert. Yeah, I'm gonna mess that up. I'm gonna walk you through this real quick, but then I'll show you more in depth in the first week. How's that? So, this first insert is from Marcia Bermucci on Etsy. This is the A6 size. Oh, I'm gonna get it wrong. It's her brand new month and 2 pages insert. I wanna say it may be called Smart Month. I will put the correct link down below, okay? But I like it because you guys know I've used the horizontal month on 2 pages from Marcia Bermucci for my forward planning for years. Love that insert. The reason I switched to this was, first of all, it starts in July. I like the idea of starting One Book July with a fresh calendar. So this one runs all the way through the end of 2018. When you purchase the file download, you get one insert starts July through December of 2018. And then I want to say the other one is just 2018. I might be wrong on that. Again, I'm going to link it down below. I wasn't going to show you guys this, but it's still quiet out here, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So this is your month on 2 pages like you're used to. This side has a column for events or birthdays. That's where I've put bills. And then the bottom has a monthly tracker on it, which is awesome. So that is my first insert. My second insert is a folder from Annika Handbeat. Mike is making faces at me out the window, who is taking a vacation from her shop, but nonetheless, that is a folder from Annika. My third insert is, this is still June's because July doesn't start until tomorrow, but this is DIY Fish, the A6 size Classic C V3 CS6. I said it and I didn't mess it up. Ha! I'll be using the exact same insert for July. I used it for all of June. It is your month on 2 pages, and then your monthly tracker, and then there are a couple of blank pages just because of the way the days and weeks fall. So I put projects for the month on that side. This was stuff for the last issue of the magazine on that side, and then your weeks and your days start. So my first page of my week is always my to-buy list for the week. So stuff we might need from the grocery store or Office Max or whatever, that all goes on that page. I can use that page for the week. Sometimes it fills up, sometimes it doesn't. And then there is the weekly layout like that. So you've got a spot for kind of notes. There's a couple of tick boxes in there. That's where I put the bills. Monday through Friday, a notes section down here. I'm not even on the screen. Small weekly tracker, and then Saturday and Sunday. And I was sick for a good portion of June. I'm still getting better, so a lot of this is empty. But so you have your weeks, and then you have, let me get you a decent set of days here. And then you have days. Those are 2 that are kind of blank. So a day per page. So that's like the core of my day-to-day or week-to-week planning. So I've got forward planning, a folder for receipts and stickers and stuff. And then the DIY Fish is kind of the core of kind of the day-to-day, week-to-week type of stuff. The next one is my notes insert, which I have combined a whole bunch of different notes inserts. I had 2 different notes inserts in here. I combined them into one. Because I talked about that in one of my videos about making the most of a tiny TN is, you know, use your inserts for more than one purpose, and then you don't feel like you have to carry 8 inserts. Well, I was using 2 separate inserts when I didn't need to. Totally didn't need to. So, but see, I had gotten new inserts from Amazon and I liked them, so I wanted to put 2 of them in here, and then I'm like, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. And then my last one is just that, you know, kind of journaling on the fly kind of thing. So, that's what that looks like really quickly, just so you guys have a rough idea. So I will link to Romany's and Vicky's videos showing what they're doing for One Book July down below. I will also link to the video where Romany talks about the rules, which basically in a nutshell says you really can't do this wrong. We're not about wanting to tell anybody, no, you're not following the rules. That's not kind of the spirit in which we do this challenge. It's more of a month to experiment, to challenge yourself, knock out a project that you've been procrastinating on, you know, that kind of thing. It's a month to try something different. If you are doing 1 book, 1 pen for 1 month, that's how this all started. So that's fantastic too. You guys make sure if you share, you know, pictures, blog posts, you know, videos, anything like that, if you use the hashtag OneBookJuly2017, it will show up in, there's a feed that Romany has set up. I will also put a link to that down below so you guys can see that. So you can see everybody else's stuff really easily, rather than going to each social media platform and trying to find stuff. So there will be a playlist on Romany's channel where it'll kind of put all of the videos that are tagged OneBookJuly2017 all together. So I think that is it. I apologize if I feel like I'm speaking really, really quickly. Like I said, I already had this done 3 days ago until I changed what I was doing. So I'm kind of scrambling. I want this up today so badly, but after I thought, gosh, what am I doing? I should just get 2 separate notebooks for that. I had to scrap it and start over. So, and besides that, it's quiet out here and that never lasts around here for long. So I cannot wait to see what you guys are doing. I am super excited. I absolutely love this challenge every year. So I look forward to it. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, need assistance, you know, any of that good stuff, you know where to find me. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.